And woo! Yeah, yeah, yeah! Woo! 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 Yeah.
And we're back.
And we're back. Welcome to the first episode of Convos with Your Mom's Favorites with host Moe and Greg of 2024. I am Moe.
I am Greg.
And we are back. We are back with another episode for who?
The people.
For the people. Uncle G, how are you?
I am good, man. How are you?
I am doing great.
Likewise.
I am doing great. How was your holidays?
Holidays were good. They're nice and quiet, again, but we had a good time.
Yeah, that's good.
Had a good time.
That's good. That's good. That's good. But yeah, we are back. We are here.
Yes,
The year 2024, we made it. Mm-hmm. Shout out to all the people who did.
Yeah.
But we are here to talk about things and stuff, and stuff and things,
and things and
stuff. Things and stuff. And 2024 started off with a bang, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. I mean, it ended with a bang, and then it started with a bang. But you said you hadn't seen The Dreamer yet, so I won't go too much into it. But I think Dave is still Dave, and he might be the greatest comedian of all time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No question in my mind about it. But yeah, I watched that special. I was very laughed the entire time. He's getting a lot of hate for this one.
Really?
Yeah.
I think they're just picking on and just looking for reasons to hate. But why is the hate coming in on this one?
Well, they're saying on top of the fact that he did more
transgender stuff,
transgender jokes, they're saying that aside from that, he just wasn't funny in this one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. But I disagreed. I thought it was funny, but I'm just one man, so yeah.
What did you think? If you watched it.
If you watched it, let us know what you think.
Yeah. What did you think?
But yeah. And then the year started off with Cat Williams firing at every comedian ever in life. And boy, has this just been a fun start to the year, man.
And if you have not watched it, I have not, because I really want to sit down and kind of like really, really get into it. But from what I'm hearing, if you have not watched it, watch it.
Oh, definitely watch
it.
As someone who has seen it.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
It is incredible.
Yeah.
It is incredible. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
But would you watch anything good? Have you seen Aquaman?
I was getting ready to go there. I have seen it. Matter of fact, I saw it yesterday.
Okay.
So it's fresh in my mind.
It's fresh in your brain.
And I wish it wasn't.
Was it everything you'd ever hoped for?
No, it was not. It was not everything I ever hoped for. I wish it was still not fresh in my brain. I was so disappointed.
Really?
I was really disappointed. And you can tell the movie is literally all over the place. I mean, and you can, it's like watching a junior or a junior person just start getting their feet wet in the industry.
Okay.
And giving and giving a major motion picture and saying, edit that. And they're looking at you like, I don't even know how to spell edit.
Right.
And you giving them, he's like, edit this. And they're looking at you like, well, what? And then leaving them in the room by themselves, and they go, okay. Oh. It was such a DC. That had to be the worst movie you could have released. You should have just saved that until 2024, because again, you shouldn't have wanted to end 2023 with that. It was not good.
Well, they were trying to get the DCEU out of here.
Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, because with Aquaman 2 being released, that is the final. The DCEU has now come to a close.
Thank you, God.
And I think it's beginning this year. The DCU will now begin.
Okay.
So,
You
or
should.
whenever James Gunn decides to start like the last of those movies, it's the last time you're going to see Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. It's the last time you're going to see Jason Momoa as Aquaman.
And the interesting part about all of that is that it kind of looked like that. Like they just released it so that they could just be done with it. So it was like, okay, here. We are all right. We did this movie. Everybody, the people that want to see it. We're going to release it. Here it is. Blah. And that's exactly what it was. Blah. It was. If they had done this one first,
Okay.
I would have never gone to see another one.
That's kind of how I felt after the first one, but okay.
I would have never gone to see the first. I would have never gone to see because
You mean
I
wasted my
enjoyed.
money on that popcorn bucket.
Huh?
You know, wasted my money on that popcorn bucket.
No, sorry.
I mean, it's fine. It's a nice looking
Yeah,
bucket.
it's a nice looking bucket.
It's a nice looking bucket and cup.
Matter of fact, the bucket looks better than the movie.
Wow.
Wow. Instead of going to see the movie, look at the bucket.
Just look at the bucket. Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
Watch the bucket. Oh my! And I forced myself to watch the whole thing.
Okay.
I forced myself to watch the whole thing because I was like, maybe it'll get better. Maybe Maybe. The end. Oh,
it won't.
It got better because it
ended. Okay. Yeah, I hadn't seen it. I was in no rush to see it.
And what they did with Amber Heard, because there were some lines that were just did not match, that didn't make sense to me. Because here it is now again, and at this point, him and Mira,
Okay.
Aquaman and Mira have gotten married. Although they never really say they got married, and they have a son, but you see this is your mother. This is a mother, first child. You see very little interaction between mother and child. It's always him and the baby. Always him and his father and the baby.
Okay.
But you see very little interaction, and you see just like little like she had nothing really to do with the story or anything. It's like she just was a side and to have her have figured in so prominently in the first one, and then have her just relegated to just like, oh, there she is. Like where's Waldo? Oh, there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like doing like little where's Waldo scenes in the movie. It was just like, you might as well just have cut her out the whole movie. Because again, the scenes that she was in didn't really matter much. Didn't really matter much. Yeah, no, they could have done it without them. So no, I did see it, and it was bad. But again, they got it out. It's released. They can do all these actors and actresses who participated in the movie can now move on to other things because I just hate it that DC ended off so badly. They should have released Aquaman earlier and ended off with the Blue Beetle. And ended the year with the Blue Beetle. That's what they should have done. That would have made more.
That would have been a better send-off?
Yeah, that would have been a better send-off than what they did with Aquaman because it was really, really not good. Not good.
Okay. Well,
and what's interesting is that you don't hear, since the release, you hear nothing about it.
Like at all.
At all. Like it's out, but it doesn't exist.
Like they were just like, yeah, it's out.
It's out.
We did it.
Somewhere.
Like we were supposed to do it.
Yeah, we did it.
So we did it.
And it's done.
It's out.
It's out.
But we don't care about it.
Nah, not even a little bit.
Like we don't care about it.
Not even a little bit.
Oh, well,
So,
I'll wait till it hits.
Please, do yourself a favor.
I'll wait till it hits Max. I mean, again, I wasn't rushing to see this movie because, again, I wasn't a huge fan of the first one. So it wasn't like I was like, oh, Aquaman, let's go see it. So only thing, honestly, DC has that I'm looking forward to at the current moment is another season of Peacemaker.
Yeah. I'll see that.
That's only because I really enjoyed Peacemaker. It was a fantastic show.
It was a good.
It is now the only chance I will get to see Amanda Waller.
Yes. Really?
Where else you gonna be?
Okay, so they're that
Everything else is done.
Wow. Okay, and she was such a great character.
Yeah,
and,
everything else is done.
And of course, the portrayal by
John Cena.
By who played Amanda Waller.
Oh, Viola Davis.
Viola Davis. They'll be hard pressed to find anybody else to do it the way she did it.
That's true. I would, again, the chick who, I don't know who she is, but she seems to have been in a lot of the animated. Mm-hmm. Whoever they have voicing the animated Amanda Waller,
that's who should.
She might do a good job.
Yeah, unless she's Caucasian.
If she is, that's a whole different can of worms that they would have to, fix and but I think she's always done an incredible. She is phenomenal.
Yeah, she's good.
It was like Viola called her, and was like, "How do you do this?"
Yeah.
Okay, cool, and then wrote down notes, and then
she did. She's good. Now, they could get whoever that actress is to do it. Yeah, that would be cool.
You know what's funny? And all the animated ones, she's like a big woman.
Yeah.
It would be funny if the person who voices her is like pencil thin.
Just got a really gruff voice.
Yeah. Like that's just how she talks. Yeah. But she's like this big and that would be funny. That would be super funny. And I wouldn't expect it because you get like a picture in your head of who like voices are. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, I expect what she looks like animated is what I think she looks like in real life.
Because that's how her voice projects. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's always, and it's crazy with like the reverse. It's just like you see some people and then you hear them talk and you're like, never in a million years would I have guessed that you have that voice.
Yeah. That you look like that. That this is how you look in real life.
Well, no, not how like you see them in real life, but you never hear them speak.
Okay.
And then the first time you hear them speak, you're like, you sound like that?
Yeah.
It's just like, ew, that's what you sound like. Like, you're supposed to sound you sounded so much cooler in my head than you do in real life.
So then you open up your mouth
and you just
ruined the image.
Ruined it. Just
you ruined
soiled it. Soiled it, I tell you. My goodness. But yeah, what did I watch? Did I watch anything? I watched a lot.
You saw The Color Purple.
I did see The Color Purple.
Yeah.
And one, right? Black people watching movies with a large group of black people is one of my all-time favorite experiences. It's one of my all-time favorite experiences.
Oh, yeah. Nothing.
There is nothing like watching a movie.
Nothing like it.
With a large group of black people.
Nothing like it.
Because one, right? You go to the movies and you have like and this might be a bit morbid, but you have like, there's been a couple of shootings in movie theaters.
Yeah.
So if I'm being honest, there is a certain nerve, like there's not a nervousness, but my, I'm always looking now when I go to the movies.
Dude.
Just to like, my eyes are focused on the screen, but they are also focused on the other people in the theater. And I go in, I scan the theater, I immediately look for the exits.
Oh man, you and me both. You are definitely my nephew.
I have to find out. One, I'm like, okay, how many people can I knock out to get to the exit? Or not how many people could I? How many people would I have to knock out to get to the exit?
Yep.
And what would it take? Right? I never felt more safe.
Yeah.
When I was in the theater watching The Color Purple. I felt so safe in that movie. Never once did I think that something might go down in this movie theater.
Got you.
One, movie theater full of black people, let something happen.
Yeah.
It will be the worst beating of your life.
First of all, because we done spent all that money
Hello.
to get into the movie.
in the movie. And then you're going to go and ruin it
You
for
gonna
us?
mess it up?
Oh, worst beating of ever.
Oh.
But that added a different layer to the movie.
Yeah.
Now, again, I knew I was not one of the people because apparently there were a lot of people upset because they didn't know that this movie was adapted from the stage play.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not the first movie.
Yes. They were expecting a reboot of the original. Because again, they didn't say in nowhere. And again, I guess you kind of like had to figure it out for yourself. Because again, even when they did even when they would show the previews, you didn't hear any singing. You saw you might have saw some scenes now that I go back in retrospect, you might have seen some scenes where it looks like, are they dancing? I don't remember any dancing from the first one. Wait. That looks like a dance number.
All them voices I saw.
Yeah, and then
nothing for me personally.
And it still didn't dawn on you that this was going to be there was going to be some singing in this movie.
You had Halle Bailey in the movie.
Yeah.
You had Fantasia Barrino in the movie. You had Danielle Brooks in a film.
Yeah.
And nothing about that
registered that they might be some singing.
Like you saw that Ciara was in this movie.
Yeah.
Ciara's in the movie. Her is in the movie.
That's right. Yes, right. Her is in the movie.
You see all of these big name musical voices, and nothing about that said this might be
a musical.
A musical.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what are we talking about here? So that part, it wasn't the big shock for me that it was for others. So I was fine with that. Because again, I had never seen the stage play. So I was like, oh, this was cool.
Yeah, so same thing with me. I said, I haven't seen it yet, but I said, well, you know what? I didn't see the stage play. I didn't see the stage play. So again, all right, this would be interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
And I always like that because you can do more with the film than you can do on a stage.
Yeah,
like,
there you go.
Don't get me wrong, stage plays are fantastic, but you are limited to a certain amount of real estate that you don't get that like you can do more with in a film.
Yes.
So I was with that. Now again, I have said it a million times on this podcast, and I will go to my deathbed saying black people do not make bad films.
Movies.
This is another prime example of black people not making bad movies. This movie was incredible. Everyone in their respective roles was incredible. I thought the movie was great. It was fantastic. It was a bit longer than I was expecting, but even that wasn't an issue. It was only uncomfortable because of the person I was sitting next to and how I had to sit in the chair. I started to become a little uncomfortable the further we got into the movie.
Okay. Because it was kind of long.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, the only issue I had with the movie, there is one issue I had with the movie. That my favorite line from the original was not in this film.
Which was?
When Celie asked Mister if any mail came for her in the original, in the most evil, sadistic face, Mister looked at her and said, "Could be,
could be not,
could be not. Who's to say?"
Who's to say?
I use that line in my everyday life. It is my favorite line to come from that movie.
Oh, God.
And it wasn't in the new one.
No.
And so it has a slight for that because my favorite line wasn't in the film.
Yeah.
But other than that, fantastic movie.
Yeah.
Great job all around. Like, there were even people in this movie that I wasn't expecting to see in this movie.
Really?
Yes. Tamala Mann's in it.
Really?
Yes.
See, exactly. You see Tamala Mann in there, it's like, did she sing?
Yes.
Oh, it's like you see her walk out, it's like, all right. Well, if she didn't sing, you would have been sitting there.
You would have been upset.
You would have been sitting there like, why ain't she singing?
Why ain't she singing? But yes.
Okay.
She's in it like, hello.
I saw, like I said, I have not seen the movie yet, but I saw a rehearsal for the movie, where a table read that they were doing. And at the table read, they're doing this. There was this one song that I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm still here. And I don't know if she was supposed to sing it or not at the table read, but Fantasia started singing it. By the time she finished, they was wrecked. Everybody was wrecked.
Like, fam, that song in and of itself is great. And it's Fantasia
Barrino. Oh, God.
She could sing Jesus Loves the Little Children.
Yeah.
All the children of the world. And you'd be crying by the end of it.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, then had the movie come out again. But again, with the Golden Globes, I guess is a little different. But we'll get there in a minute.
Yeah.
But she was nominated for a Golden Globe. And Danielle Brooks.
Yes.
Her and Danielle Brooks both were nominated for. Shout outs to them. And again, the movie is getting the right. You know, has gotten a good getting the good attention. You know,
yeah, come on, it's a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
It's a great, it was great to be in the movie theaters on Christmas to go see it.
Yeah, that was a good, I didn't go, like I said, I didn't see it yet, and I didn't go to see it I definitely didn't go see it on Christmas, but I was thinking, I said that would have been a good one if you were going to go to the movies on Christmas Day. That was a good one to go see.
And trust me, that movie theater was packed to capacity.
Really, see, and again, that's another thing to show you the power of a good movie. Because here's the thing: usually, black people ain't going to the movies on Christmas. On Christmas, we're home with our families. With our families, your kids is home, doing stuff. We're home with our families, having dinners or whatever. Just having just enjoying
each other.
Yeah. So we're not, we're not going to no movie on Christmas.
But yes, we did.
Yeah.
It was, because it was a large theater.
Mm-hmm.
There was multiple showings, and the sea of black people at the movie theaters.
Wow. I would love that.
To go see this movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was great.
Wow.
And I am proud of us for
good
showing the support.
Good.
And also, there were a lot of. It's like somebody went and was like, "We know we got a lot of black people coming to this movie."
Mm-hmm.
Like the first one, there were a lot of trailers. A lot of trailers.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of trailers. Right.
I wonder why.
But the first 7 were all. Now, mind you, I said the first 7, meaning there were more trailers than 7.
Wow.
But the first 7 were all of black films that are upcoming or even out now.
Okay.
Because I still need to go see American Fiction. I have to go see that film.
Yeah, definitely. That is definitely on my list.
I need to go see that film.
That was another thing I was doing. I was like last night I was watching and I was making a list of films.
Yes.
That I got to go see.
Yeah, because ever since I saw the trailer for that when I went to see Saltburn, I was like, I need to see this film. I was upset because I said I need to see this film. And a week after I said that, a friend of mine sent me tickets for a screening.
Oh, sweet.
But I had to work, so I couldn't go.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I had to work, so I couldn't go.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Oh, I was so upset that I missed it. Because I'm like, bro, I needed to see this. I need to see this movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just, I was like, yo, it's almost as if y'all know y'all gonna have a whole bunch of black people sitting in this movie theater, because this is just a whole lot of usually there's a healthy mix. There's 1 or 2.
Yeah.
It was nah, we gotta see them and put them all in the front.
And put them all in the front, because again, here's the thing. You may not see them. These are these are probably previews and stuff. You may not see them on mainstream television.
That's true.
You might not see them. So it's all right, we get y'all, we got a whole, we got an audience. Make sure they see them so that they'll maybe come and see the movies.
And I thought that eventually. Mm-hmm. But as this happening, as we got to the 4th one, Greg, why are you laughing?
Go ahead.
Why are you laughing? I'm very serious.
All right.
I'm very serious. But as we got to the 4th movie trailer, I was sitting there, I was like, something about this just feels racist. I can't put my finger on it, but something about the fact that there are a whole bunch of black movie trailers being shown in this movie theater full of black people. Something about this just
smacks of racism.
I might be overthinking it, but I'm like something. I smell it. I smell it. Something about this just smells a little, racist. Just a little racist.
A little. He's like, wait a minute. There's just a hint of it.
Yeah, it's like a hint of racism in the air. But I was like, maybe I'm overthinking it. So, I calmed down and was like, we're gonna just enjoy the film. Like, don't criticize. Just watch and enjoy. Just watch and enjoy. And once I did that, I was fine. Okay. I was fine. And I think, honestly, that's why I was able to enjoy the movie as much as I did. Because, one, I knew that it was the musical. And I was like, that's clearly not the same as the original movie. So I'm not even looking for that.
Okay.
But I was just like, we can let's go and enjoy this for what it is.
And here's the thing. For those who may not have gone to see it because you may have been a little taken aback by some of the stuff you've seen on YouTube and social media about the drama that's going on behind, squash that. Go see the movie. So you know what? Here's the thing. Go see the movie for this reason. To support black film.
That's it.
Go see the movie for this reason.
To support black cinema.
Support black cinema.
Because
again, it is a good movie again, but the focus hasn't been so much on how good the movie is, but a lot of on mainstream television they focus on how good the movie is. On social media, it's been a lot more focus on the drama that went on behind the scenes, and not even so much drama, but the perceived drama that went on behind the scenes, and again. Don't base your decision on whether or not to see it on that. Again, the last one I saw was the one that really pushed me over the edge and pissed me off. Was by Boozy Badass. He walked it. Well, he made a big deal on social media about how he walked out.
I don't take nothing that man says on. Like, I haven't taken anything that man says seriously in about 15 to 20 years.
Which is probably why he said it, because again, trying to garner, that's at least that's on that's always what I'm thinking. Trying to garner generate some issues so that you can so people will remember who you are. Said he walked out of the theater. He had took his daughters to see it, and he walked out of the theater. He said because of the scene, I guess, with Suge with Suge and Celie. And he was saying, they're pushing. Talking about gay people. He said they're pushing the gay agenda on us again. So he walked out with his kids. Yeah, now the thing about it is this. Somebody put in the comment section of the video that I saw, it said, well, how do you say Boozy Badass didn't see the original movie without saying
that he didn't see the original movie? Because he's not the only one who has that issue.
Yes. Oh no, there were other people.
And I'm like, fam, did you not see the original movie?
Didn't you see the original movie?
When Celie said "Suge like a bee, me just like honey," what you think she was talking about?
What did you think she was talking about? Come on.
What you think she talking about?
Come on. And you definitely didn't read the book. Because if you read the book was even more good.
It made it plain. The book made it plain.
This is what's going on.
Like, it made it plain. This, what you think, and the movie, they toned it down and made you just speculate as to what happened. In the book, they like, hey, ain't no speculation here.
This is
what happened.
This is what happened.
And this is exactly what we are talking about. So they went a little bit they went back to that in this one, but so what?
And the other thing is this, again, first of all, they did explore that in the first movie. And second of all, and my other problem with that is this, if you are taking, and this is for you guys to help you out, that's why we're here, to help y'all out. If you are taking your children to movies, there are sites that you can go on to find out exactly what's in the movie. So that if there is a scene or something coming up in the movie that may be questionable, You don't have to. You don't have to be scrambling trying to cover little Johnny or Mary's eyes because you don't want to. Because they will outline that. They will say there is explicit blah 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 going on in this movie. So therefore, if you don't want to take your kids, so do your homework.
That's one, right? That is one. Do your homework. You are correct.
Do your homework.
Because I don't know how old Boosie's daughter is.
Uh-huh.
But one, why are you taking if she is so young that you don't want her to do that? Why was she there in the first place? But that's neither here nor there. Also, what this movie does now to us, to grown-ups, is give you the perfect opportunity to now have a conversation about
your kids. Yeah, exactly.
Have a conversation. That is the perfect door opener to a healthy conversation with your kids. To figure out how they think about the situation,
yes,
or even what you think about the situation.
What you think.
Yeah, like it's a perfect opportunity to just start a conversation. And if you handle it poorly, it will be handled poorly. But we are not going to dwell on the negative things around this movie.
Yeah.
Go see The Color Purple if you have not. I am talking to you too, sir.
I am.
Go see
Oh yeah. Oh no. No.
Go see the movie.
Yeah, I am. It is.
Spend your money.
It is definitely.
Get the large popcorn.
Getting it. It's already on order.
Get the large popcorn.
Did they have a bucket? I might even buy a bucket for this one.
Oh, listen, they might, because that's why I got the Aquaman bucket. I ain't gonna see. When I went to go see The Color Purple, I bought that bucket, and I was grateful, right? Because usually when you buy the popcorn in the bucket, they put the popcorn in the bucket that you just purchased. They give you the cup for your drink so that you can get. But he didn't do that. I don't know why he didn't do that, but he didn't do that. He gave me the popcorn bucket, and then the cup. And then gave me a large popcorn bucket and a large cup of soda. Okay. So I didn't even have to wash that out. I didn't even have to use that. So I was like, oh, cool. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But, because that's all the money Aquaman going to get from me.
and yeah, that's...
Yeah, they ain't going... We ain't going to be having... Oh, no, because the award season... If The Color Purple counts for this award season, so does Aquaman. So clearly, Aquaman is not about to be anywhere in anybody's award season. This year.
No.
Not at all.
No.
And speaking of award seasons.
Yes, here we go.
Let's get through this.
Let's go.
That's what I said to myself last night when I sat down in front of the TV to watch the Golden Globes, right?
What?
Let's get through this.
Yeah, let's get through it. Because already, then you got this. You had this last night, and then next Sunday is the Critics' Choice.
Oh, I don't watch that.
Well, this year I said I'm gonna watch it. I already have it marked on my calendar. So this year I said I would give it.
Why are you gonna watch it?
I don't know, because I've never watched it before. I'm just interested. You know why? I'm interested.
Is the Critics' Choice movies?
Yes.
Television?
Yes. Okay. I'm interested to see
if you're gonna watch it. Then I have to watch it.
If I'm interested to see if I'm following. Actually, I'm following The Color Purple. I really want to see how well.
If you're gonna watch it, that means I have to watch it.
Yeah. Already, I was going to tell you that I already had it on my calendar.
I don't want to watch
it. So you can turn back and forth.
I didn't want to watch the Golden Globes.
I know. I was surprised when you said you were going to watch it.
We have a responsibility to our fans and our audience.
So we will be watching the Critics' Choice Awards. I'm sorry. It's okay. It's almost over.
Oh,
wait, you have the Critics' Choice, and then what? The SAG Awards.
Yeah,
the SAG, and that leads up to the Oscars.
No, the Emmys haven't happened yet either.
The Emmys haven't happened?
No.
The Emmys.
No, that was the Creative Arts Emmys. Oh, that's a different Emmy.
No.
It's like you get the same trophy, but it's not the big one. The Emmys haven't happened yet either. I gotta watch that too. Oh.
Well, because we don't really talk about music, you won't have to watch the Grammys.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not. Boy, I am not at all.
So, but again, the reason I'm watching because I'm following the Color Purple just to see how it does. Again, it came out late, and because of the fact, and so I'm just interested to see how it works. Okay. And the only other problem with it was released in the year of Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer,
and those are the two movies that are expected that are kind of like expected to win everything.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I mean, if last night is any indication,
Yeah.
Barbie not winning too much.
No, well, yeah.
If last night is any indication,
Yeah.
Barbie ain't winning too much.
It's gonna be Oppenheimer.
It's gonna be Oppenheimer. Because even the one we are here now.
We're here.
The Golden Globes happened last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna bounce around. But the new award that they introduced last night that Mark Hamill presented. It was like the
Explain that one to me again, because I really, really didn't. That's like the fan award?
No, that was the one. It was like cinematic
Achievement or something?
achievement and box office.
Okay, so
award.
It's based upon.
It's if I'm going strictly based off just the title, it's how it performed at the box office.
Okay, gotcha.
You win this one based off of how you perform at the box office, which is why it didn't surprise me that Barbie won, because Barbie made over $1 billion at the global box office.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I get that one. Like,
Totally.
Like it made $1 billion. You're not losing that award if you make $1 billion.
Nah.
You're just not.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what that was based on.
Yeah. Okay. But it was hosted by one of my favorite comedians.
Are you kidding me?
One of my favorite comedians, Joe Coy.
And he's one of my least favorite comedians.
Yeah, I really enjoy.
Really?
Yes.
You liked him on there last night?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay. I was like,
I didn't say that at all.
Oh, okay. All right. Go ahead.
I said
you like him.
He is one of my favorite comedians.
Okay. All right.
I enjoy his stand-up. His stand-up is really good. Last night, he did not do great.
Oh, no.
Last night was not a good representation of his other work.
Okay. Because I have to be honest, I've only seen excerpts of his stand-up. I've never really sat down and watched the whole performance.
Last night was not it wasn't a good representation of his other stand-up. I think he's an incredibly funny guy. I like him a lot.
Okay.
So like last night I was sitting there like, bro, you are better than this.
Yeah, because he was definitely not good last night.
Now, there were a couple of jokes that he said that I was laughing hysterically.
Okay.
And it was funny, right? Because those jokes, when they kind of panned to who the joke was about, they were not laughing at all.
Which one did you think? Like, just give an example.
For example, that Taylor Swift joke, bro, I laughed for a good long time.
I laughed at that one.
I laughed at that.
Taylor was not having it.
But again, she's a horrible sport at these things.
Is she really?
Yes, Taylor Swift, like she doesn't like anything. Like if you ever watch any award show and you seen Taylor Swift get joked on, bro, she does not take it well.
Really?
At all. No.
Okay. All right, because she was not amused.
She was not amused. I was hysterical.
I thought it was funny.
Because I'm like, if we're honest about it, like it's the NFL. We see Taylor Swift a lot at a football game. Like,
yeah.
So I think that was funny.
I got the reference. Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah,
it was funny.
So I'm like, all right, cool. But yeah, it was, and you could tell, right? Because after his opening set. That was when he said, I got this gig 10 days ago. I kind of agree with him.
Yeah.
Because, or it could have just been that he like really bombed and they and they cut a lot. Because usually, when you see the host, they get like a good minute or two to crack more jokes. Before, but after his opening monologue, he came out and was like, here are the next presenters for this award. And then he disappeared again.
Yeah, you didn't see him. You saw very little
of him.
Yeah.
Very little of him.
I often wonder whose decision that was to put him in that environment. Because again, different just because you're funny doesn't mean you can host an award show. Or everybody's not good. Everybody's doesn't flow like that. And again, and here's the thing: if you're going to put a comic up there, you got to let the comic do what he does.
Yes.
You got to let them.
You got to release the reins.
If you want
a
to let them
comedy to do
go,
it.
if you want them to do, if you want it to be funny, you got to let them
Especially
go.
a stand-up comedian,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Now, if you have like the other, like just the actor comedians, I don't know if there's a difference, but if they're like those who are more, who don't really do stand-up, but they're just in a lot of funny films, those guys, sure, you can,
Yeah.
but like if you have a stand-up comedian, you got to let them go. For example, I forget his name. Can you look it up? The dude who presented the stand-up comedian award.
Oh, what's it? Jim Gaffigan.
Yes.
Jim Gaffigan.
That set right there was hysterical.
Yeah.
And you could tell because of how he just moved around the room, you could tell there was no teleprompter for him.
No,
That was all him.
Yeah.
But again, he's always been incredibly funny.
Yeah.
So I'm like, bro, like honestly, he could have hosted that show, and I think he'd have done a better job than.
Again, if they let him go and let him just do what he do, let him just do what he does. You know?
But again, we don't know that he's a good. Like, we don't know that this was his first hosting experience.
Who?
Joe Coy.
Yes, again.
So we don't know that. Like, this could have just been like, some nerves attached in there.
I'm sure.
Like
and he said it himself. He said some of these jokes I wrote, some of the jokes was written for me. And so it's like, he said, I can tell which, he said, the ones you're laughing at,
I wrote.
Those are the ones that I wrote.
Yes.
So it's interesting because here it is. You have a funny comedian, and who's gotten good reviews with his stand up, who's got a following.
Yeah.
And you put him up there to host, but then you want to have other people write his stuff. Not that does not happen in comedy, because you do have people that do write other people's stuff. But again, it's like you got to make sure that if you're going to do that, then they got to be his people who he's worked with before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You can't just pull,
you can't have just pull your people who you think of,
staff writers,
and just have them. No. It's got to be his people. But then I do get it too, because the flip side of that is when, I don't even remember what award show that was, but Gerard Carmichael was hosting something, and my God, all of his jokes left the crowd just super, like most of his jokes, everybody was sitting there just like super cringy.
Yeah.
Afterwards. So
I think I remember that one.
Like, you don't really want that extreme.
Yeah, I think it was the Tonys. Was it the Tonys? It was a big one. It was one of the big ones.
Was it the SAG Awards?
Or the SAG Awards.
It might have been the SAG Awards.
It was a big one.
And he was just like, he was going, and everybody just had this, oh my God, awkwardness about them after he told every one of his jokes.
Yeah. It was like,
we
cringy.
can't have that.
Yeah.
So we kind of gotta, give and take.
Yeah.
But like it was, again, shout out to him for I think he's the first Filipino comedian they've had.
Yeah.
So that is that's good for the community. Mm-hmm. Again, he is a funny comedian. They are giving more of them chances. So you're not like, no offense, you're not just getting Kevin Hart hosting. You're not just getting Jimmy Kimmel hosting everything. Yeah. Like, you're giving other people a chance that like we're not getting the same people over and over again.
Yeah. But again, I didn't dislike him. Like, I've not watched a lot of his stand up. I've seen bits and pieces of it, but I've not watched a lot of his stand up. I've seen different, but I did not like him on the show.
No, it wasn't.
It was not.
Like I said, I'm a big fan, but it wasn't his best.
No, I didn't like it. It
wasn't his best work. Wasn't his best material. None of that.
But I understood. I understood after he kind of like alluded to some things in his monologue. I said, okay, he just got thrown into this. He's not really prepared, and they're not letting him do what he does.
And it was said multiple times through the night. Again, if it's his first time, a couple of people who stood up there to accept the award said this room is intimidating.
Yes. Yep.
So if it's intimidating and all you have to do is give an acceptance speech, it's even more intimidating for the person who has to entertain you throughout the night.
Yeah, exactly. And who, in the process of him entertaining you, may have to make
fun of you. Yeah.
in the process of the whole night. But yeah, so it was kind of hard. It was kind of hard, but I mean,
I thought he did okay.
He got through it.
He got through it.
He got through it, and I hope that it opens up some doors for him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Now, I will say that I think he did get shafted because, again, like I said, I am a big fan. Mm-hmm. And there are a couple of people. He wasn't the only one. There are a couple of other comedians who I think were missed from the first ever comedian Golden Globe.
I had a big problem with that one.
I'm like, bro, are you kidding me? Now, don't get me wrong. Wanda Sykes put out a comedy special.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When it comes up, don't get me wrong, and she's an incredibly funny person.
She is incredibly funny.
Uh-huh. Gabriel Iglesias was there.
Yeah.
Why was he not nominated?
Yep. Why wasn't Gabriel Iglesias nominated?
Now, don't get me wrong. Given his last 4 comedy specials, I understand why he wasn't there. But the fact that Dave Chappelle was not nominated.
Yeah. There you go. That's the other thing. I was like, wait a minute. So that list is somebody's not on that list.
There is someone don't get me wrong. Say what you will about his last 4 comedy specials. You cannot deny the fact that Dave Chappelle is one of the funniest comedians ever.
He is the funniest person out there. He is the GOAT. He is the GOAT.
What are we talking about here?
It's like, why wasn't he on that list?
Why was he not on that list?
Especially for the first
one. When he's still out in the game again.
Yeah.
Like within the last 3 years, the man done put out like 4 specials.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about here?
Like I said. And then the person that won, I'm not a big fan. I don't like Ricky Gervais. I'm not a big fan. And then it was like, Ricky Gervais? I was like, what?
I won't give it. I am a fan of Ricky.
Are you really? Yeah, I do not like him.
Yeah, I like his comedy. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was okay with Ricky Gervais winning, but that is not who I was thinking of. But I'm afraid if I say who I was thinking of, then we won't get to do this anymore.
Who are you thinking of?
I don't know why. Just like for 2 seconds, I confused him with Louis C.K.
Okay.
Problematic though he may be, Louis C.K. is incredibly funny.
Louis C.K. is funny.
He's got issues.
He's
got issues.
He's got
problems.
He's kind of messy.
Yeah. But I mean, there's a whole show about the messy side called The Dark Side of Comedy.
He's kind of messy, but again, he's funny.
He is funny.
But here's the thing: if you don't like that kind of comedy, then you're
not gonna find him funny.
You're not gonna find him funny. He's not, and he's gonna say stuff that's gonna make you go.
Yeah, absolutely. Fam, why was Bill Burr not nominated?
Who?
Bill Burr.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, bro, Bill Burr is hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He is hilarious. I think so, anyway.
Again, you gotta like that kind of comedy.
What, you mean smart comedy?
Yeah.
All right. All right. I get it.
Yeah. We want clean. No. I wouldn't even say clean comedy. We want non-offensive comedies. But again, comedy can be offensive.
Could be offensive, bro. I grew up watching South Park, so
dude,
like, come on.
Yeah, exactly. See, here's the thing. So here's the thing. So you're more open to that kind of comedy.
Absolutely.
Because again, you grew up watching South Park. But for somebody like me, I grew up watching. I'm trying to think of.
Bro, you had Richard Pryor.
Richard. Yeah, but
you had Red Fox. You had Richard Pryor. You had Red Fox. Like
who we did have to sneak and listen to, but nonetheless, again, we grew up listening to those cats, and they said some offensive stuff. Man, come on, it's like. So again, we live in a different era now where everybody.
And I get it.
We, politically correct.
I don't like it.
Yeah, but I gotta be politically correct and non-offensive, and so people don't, they don't want to be made to feel uncomfortable.
And I love South Park for that.
Yeah, see, South Park
they don't care.
They didn't care.
Because the PC principal is one of the funniest characters they could have ever created.
Yeah. Just to show you again, just the how much South Park doesn't care since we're there. You saw the latest special, right?
Both, yeah.
The what was that? The not suitable for children.
Not suitable for children.
Please understand, they are not kidding.
Yeah, they're not kidding about that part.
Please. So for those who may let their kid, no, I will draw the line at this.
Yeah,
they say not suitable for children.
They mean that.
They meant that.
But man,
yeah, it was
Funny.
hilarious.
It was funny, and the Pandaverse special was hilarious too. But
okay, go back to the Golden Globes.
To the Golden Globes. Yeah. Oppenheimer walked in the Golden Globes and said, "Bro, I'm here."
Yeah, they walked in there like a boss and walked back out with all the awards.
They said, "We are here now, so we're gonna go leave now too. Like we're here, we're gonna take everything, and then we're gonna leave."
Yeah,
there was like a few awards that they didn't get.
Like all the big ones, and because of the fact that they won the big ones at the Golden Globes, usually the Golden Globes is always indicative of who's going to take home the big ones in the Oscars. So
that's also letting the people know what the better movie was. But you didn't hear that from me. Last night, I'm not even gonna hold you. Last night, I was really not proud. I was happy. Mm-hmm. Because again, I did sit down and watch this thinking, that Barbie was going to take everything home.
Yeah, I did.
Because of just the, spectacular press run that Barbie had and the numbers that Barbie did. I just knew Barbie was taking everything home.
Yeah. And
when Barbie didn't walk in and take everything home, I said, oh, okay, so we still, not saying that Barbie is not a great film. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying that the other films that were shown, there were a lot of better films.
Yeah.
At the box office.
Yeah. Yeah, there were a lot of.
Just quick sidebar. Did you know they're making a movie about Pop-Tarts?
Yeah, I heard. Who's in it? They just announced that last night.
A movie about Pop-Tarts?
Yes, they did.
This is where we are in cinema.
Yeah, there's a big name attached to it. They because he was there. The person who's in it. Oh God, I can't think of it now. Oh man, but it'll come back to me. We'll talk. I'll send it to you. But yeah, they mentioned it last night, and I said, I can't believe. I said the same thing. I was like,
Pop-Tarts?
Yeah. Yep,
and then tried to make it sound compelling, the unfrosted side of Pop. Like, what? Are you kidding me? But, yeah. Oppenheimer took home a lot of awards. A lot of awards.
And I was glad to see, he says Cillian Murphy. See him get the award, and he was
the drunkest person who accepted an award that night.
He was drunk, wasn't he?
Yes, absolutely. You're not going to tell me otherwise.
I kept looking at him. I was like,
that man, was done.
Drunk.
For the simple fact that everyone still had on their tie. Yeah. His was missing.
Yeah. And his was missing early.
Like his shirt was unbuttoned. Like his suit was undone. I'm like, bro, that man is gone.
Yeah, I was like, is he drunk?
Yes, he was.
Okay.
He sure was.
He was drunk.
Because the one thing that will give away a drunk white person, they get super red.
Red. Yep.
They get super red in the face.
His face was red.
His face was red, like somebody put a paintbrush on it.
Yeah. Like somebody had kind of like just pinched his cheeks really hard before he came on stage.
Like, oh goodness, he was drunk. And he was the drunkest one of the night. Nobody else got.
Except for remember when Barbie won?
Yeah.
And the whole cast came up?
Yes.
Okay, that was for that new award. The one that Mark Hamill gave? Okay. When they all came up, I think, well, maybe not all of them, but I believe that, who was a lady who was talking over Margot Robbie?
I think that was the director.
That was her?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was drunk. I think she was drunk. And because even when she did that, Margot was like, okay, you're going to talk now? Okay, well, go ahead. You know.
Exactly, because I said the same thing when she started talking. I said, "Wait, they said accepting the award is Margot Robbie. So what are you doing?" But she got up there. She said, "No, this is my movie."
Yeah.
She said, "This is my movie. I'm taking this. Okay, this is my movie. All right, I'm gonna win."
But you know, I love that about the Golden Globes. I said, and I'm watching it last night. Said they should title this, you know, the Golden Globes, the only award show where the after party is happening right in front of your face. So the after party is going on right here, right now. You are seeing it live.
Absolutely, because I even saw it because somebody mentioned it last year about how he was late to the Golden Globes so that he missed the food.
Yes.
So that all they had,
I remember
he was
that.
like, all we had is liquor all night.
Yep.
And then if you just pay attention to other stuff while like things are happening, it was like a fade out shot. And I think this is now more because of where I work. Like as they were fading out, I'm just trying to see what else I could see on like the backhand side.
Yep.
You see like this tray of food being passed around at a table. I said, wait, that's all they giving y'all to eat? Ain't no wonder that everybody's sitting there drunk. I also noticed all of the Saratoga sitting at the table. Saratoga is a brand of water. It's a very prestige brand of water. They give it out at SNL for the peoples. Oh. It's in these all of the, like those nice blue bottles that you saw on the table. That's all Saratoga.
Okay,
it's all water.
Okay,
I highly doubt anybody touched any of those bottles sitting on those tables.
No, because it was right next to the big giant bottle of Moe.
Hello. I highly doubt anybody touched any of that stuff. I was like,
and there is a bar. They off camera. They don't show it. They did last year I think it was when the year Keenan hosted.
Yeah.
They showed the bar then, but there is a bar. So they're not only drinking
what's on the table.
They're
going to get the hard stuff.
Yes.
And you could tell, bro, because it was like as soon as they announced that they were about to go, like as soon as they said coming up next, you instantly saw groups of people standing.
Everybody running to the bar.
So I'm like, they either run into the bar or to the bathroom.
One or the other.
They either go into the bar or go into the bathroom.
That was so funny. I that part of the Golden Globes, that part I love. Because
absolutely.
Again, I love it because it's like, and then the later, as I text you last night, the later the award,
the drunker everyone gets.
The drunker everybody gets. So if you're the last person to get your award and you've been drinking all night, you coming up on the stage, slosh.
You're about to put on a performance. You are putting on a performance.
Oh my goodness! So they are the most fun. The people who get the awards late, because they've been sitting there all night drinking, trying to soothe their nerves. So now they calling you to win, and now you come up and you are sloshed.
Yes,
I remember the year they gave Eddie Murphy. He got a big award.
Yeah.
And Tracy Morgan was the one to presented it to him. And that was one of the last awards of the evening.
Tracy Morgan was done up. He was done up.
And Eddie was cracking up because he knew. I was like, why did they even let him go up on stage like that?
Bro, if no one else, the presenters should not be allowed to drink.
No, they should not. It's like
the later presenter, sorry, you can't have fun at this. No, you got to present late.
You cut you're going on stage late.
Yeah, so you got to get cut off.
You
can catch up later, but you got to get cut off. But no, that's the fun of it.
Well, that's the fun part.
That's the fun of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the fun of it. You know what's crazy? Other than, I don't feel like anybody got snobbed.
No.
Like, I was not mad at anyone who won.
No, me neither.
That's not true. That is not true.
Who were you?
Can you look up the award Jeremy White won? Jeremy Allen White. Jeremy White Allen?
Oh.
Jeremy Allen White.
That was for The Bear. Wasn't that The Bear?
Yes, but he won for Best Male Actor. There was someone else in his category I was rooting for.
All right.
But I do want to say shout out to the Bear.
Yeah.
And all of the awards that they won. Shout out to Jeremy Allen White and Io Edeberry for being their characters in the Bear in real life. I was like, oh, so y'all got that roles because this is how you act in real life. Because I'm like, that is exactly like both of them. How their acceptance speeches is exactly how their characters are in the Bear.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, cool. Y'all just hire even the black dude who accepted the award when the group of them won. I'm like, oh, so all of you
act like that in real life.
Act like that in real life, and this is just who you are, and you're not playing a character. Got it. Got it.
I was glad to see Beef.
Yes,
because
I was glad to see Beef was another one.
That was a good and for anybody who didn't know, I would suggest you go to Netflix and watch it.
We talked about Beef.
Yeah, we talked about
Beef on here. Yeah, like you should definitely go and watch Beef.
Good show. Good. It was a good series. Now I can't find his name. But it's like, I was glad to see my boy Paul Giamatti.
Yes.
And if you have not seen that movie,
The Holdovers is what we're talking about. Do yourself a favor and go watch The Holdovers. That movie was incredible.
It's a good movie. It's a really
absolutely. I wanted to see it in theaters, but I didn't get the chance to. So when I saw it was on Peacock, I was like, "Oh, I must watch this movie immediately," and I was not disappointed in the slightest. And even Divine Joy Randolph, who won the first award of the night, for her role in that film, I was like, "You deserve it," because everyone in that film deserved something.
Yeah, they were really. Like, oh, here it is. All right. Yeah, he was in the Jeremy Allen White. He won for Best Male Actor in a TV series, and he beat Bill Hader, Steve Martin, Jason Segel, Martin Short, and Jason Sudeikis. Yeah, that was who
I was rooting for the Martins.
Really?
I was rooting for Steve Martin.
Either or one of them. I was kind of rooting for them in my head too.
Because
I was kind of like rooting for them in my head.
Only Murder. Like, I get it, Jeremy Allen. Like, his was more of one. I don't think The Bear is a comedy.
I don't really think of that like as.
I don't consider it a comedy.
No.
But
I don't consider it a drama either. I don't even know what you would even call it.
I consider it more of a drama than a comedy, like or musical or comedy, like.
And I guess they had to put it somewhere.
Yeah, but I don't.
It's had some funny moments, but I wouldn't call it.
I wouldn't call it a comedy at all.
No,
because it's more dramatic to me than comedic. Because they be stressing in that show.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, y'all gotta relax because all y'all gonna have a brain aneurysm in a minute. But I was rooting for the
Martins. Yeah,
the Martins.
I was even thinking, what would be really cool. I know they don't often do that, or if it happens, it's so rare. If they had both tied, and and they both had won the award, because again, it was they're good.
Because Only Murders in the Building is one of the best shows to come out of Hulu.
Yeah,
it's one of the best shows to come out of Hulu, and adding Meryl Streep to it just took it to a whole nother level.
Now, was she just a walk on, or or is she a part of the cast? Excuse me. Or is she a part of the cast now?
I think she's a part of the cast now because she's dating Martin Short's character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like that was the only one where I was like, I'm not mad that he won.
Yeah.
But I definitely wanted either Steve Martin or Martin Short to win that award. But everybody else, shout out to Succession for wrapping up, like with their final season coming in and just, hey, we on our way out.
Yeah.
So we're just going to take these as we go. Cool?
Yeah. Cool. Is that okay with you guys?
Is that okay? Awesome.
Thank you.
I do think it's funny that I didn't watch the show. Mm-hmm. But there were 4 children. Mm-hmm. All but one of the kids won an award.
Yeah, because the kids were, I've only watched a couple of episodes, and I keep saying, now that it's over, I'm going to go back and watch the whole thing. But I know the kids were jacked up. One of the funniest acceptance was when Culkin Again, when
Kieran Culkin.
he went up and won and got it, and he looks over at what's his name? From what is his name?
Pedro.
Pedro. He says,
Suck it, Pedro.
Suck it, Pedro. I was like, good line. Good line.
Yeah.
That was a good line.
No, it was a couple one-liners because what's the name was a little funny, and I was like, oh, let's see if this is true. Because when Jennifer Lawrence was nominated, when the camera panned to her, like when they were talking about her nomination, she mouthed, "If I don't win, I'm leaving."
Did she really?
Yes, she did. She mouthed, "If I don't win, I'm leaving."
Oh goodness! See, and that's another movie. That's I haven't watched it yet, but it's on my
it's on the list. There is just so much out right now. Where do you have the time to watch it all?
Because already I have on my list of movies to watch now. Because some of them are already out on Netflix. The Maestro. I want to see Saltburn. Because I didn't watch that yet.
Do you?
Do I?
Do you? No. You do.
Do I really?
You do.
Because you saw it. You said it was kind of weird.
Did. I never said it was weird.
What did you say about it?
I said I left the theaters asking myself and others, what did I just watch?
Okay, yeah, that's what that was it. There, yeah. You said
I asked myself and others, what did I just watch?
Yeah, but I said I'm gonna go back. That's a movie, right?
It's a movie.
It's not a series.
It's not a series.
Okay,
It
so
is a film.
I went to watch The Maestro, Saltburn, May December. I already had that on cue to watch. What was the other one I had on cue? May December. And I said I'll go back and I'll watch Succession, just so I can be
because I'm like,
because I know
clearly it's racking up.
Yeah, but the other because I'm believing that May December, the Maestro, and probably maybe Saltburn will probably all end up in the loop for the Academy.
Oh yeah, for Best Picture.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do that again. That is gonna happen again.
Yeah, they'll end up in the loop. So
I have to watch all the Best Picture films.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm already ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go. I'm already ahead of the game. You know what's funny? After the awards went off last night, I was straightening up, cleaning up, setting up for today, and I was like, you know what I'm gonna watch? I'm gonna finally watch Barbie.
Okay, so you just watched it last night.
And I sat down and I turned it on, and the Warner Brothers logo came up, and I said, no, I'm not. And I turned it off.
Okay. All right. I was waiting to see what you thought about it because I watched it. I finally I watched it maybe about 2 weeks ago. And
I heard from a trusted source that this movie was horrible.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
I heard.
You know what?
I trust this person because we have very similar tastes in movies and television.
Okay. And you know what? I'll be honest with you. I love Margot Robbie.
Okay.
And I loved her in this movie. But I wasn't crazy about the movie. I really was. Me and my wife watched it, and we both said the same thing. They were like, we watched it, and we didn't understand what the big hype. I didn't get it.
Somebody says because you're a man.
Maybe that's it. Maybe, but my wife didn't like it. She's, she didn't.
She's a woman, so
she wasn't. And she grew up in the Barbie era, so it's again, she had the Barbie stuff growing up and whatnot. So it's like. She was like, we liked Weird Barbie more than we did. Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't watch the whole thing.
No.
There is a character played hilariously by Kate McKinnon called Weird Barbie.
All you had to tell me was Kate McKinnon.
Yeah.
I know all I need to know.
Her character, her performance I thought, should have been was Golden Globe worthy.
Okay.
Yeah, she was funny. She was good. But the movie again, I guess I understand and I get it. I totally get it. I understand it speaks to more of a female dynamic. But the males had Ken, and of course the song "I Am Ken." That's all that garnered a lot of attention. But but you know what? And there were jokes in the movie that I think they tried to put them in there just so men would kind of like chuckle at it.
Okay.
But I don't think women got them. I don't know if they got them or not. But because I know my wife was listening to it, she didn't get it. It was like this. There was this. There was this one joke where the Kens, you had the Barbies and the Kens. They're at the beach because that's where Barbies and Kens hang out.
Of course.
And they're hanging out at the beach, and Simu Liu's character, his Ken, gets in an argument with Ryan, with Ken,
Ryan
Gosling Ken, and they're arguing, and they were like, "All right, let's have a beach off." And then he looks at him and says, he said, "I can beat you off better than you can beat me off." And I was like, that was, and then they going back and forth. "Oh yeah, you think you can beat me off? I can beat you off better than you."
Oh, men are such Neanderthals.
Oh my God! Yeah, I think
Men are such Neanderthals sometimes, man.
they threw that in there just for the guys. It's like,
Man.
all right. It was, but that part was to me was one of the funniest lines.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. Maybe I'll watch it after this. Who knows? I'm gonna sit down and make an attempt after we finish this. Now, will that attempt be successful?
Maybe. Don't put no pressure. You know what? Watch some of it.
You only know.
Pause it. Go back and watch the room.
Well, no, I only watched because Friendsmas. I hosted Friendsmas last week. And let me just say, quick sidebar. I'm patting myself on the back for the just fantastic job. It was a Grinch themed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a Grinch. It was a Grinchmas. So had the whole thing, Grinch tablecloth. My friends and I, sometimes we become children. I had Grinch tattoos, like temporary tattoos, and we did that whole thing. I had like a whole backdrop and everything. I'll show you some pictures after this. But it was one of the debates at Friendsmas, which was Barbie and whether or not it was a good film. So I do want to watch it because I wasn't able to
really
participate
because you hadn't
in the
seen
conversation
it yet.
because I hadn't seen it yet.
Yeah.
So I do want to see it. But again, like I said, every time I go to look for a movie to watch,
again, even when it came on, when they put it on Max, I didn't watch it till maybe about a week or two later.
Yeah,
I was like
I said last night, I started it.
And so one Saturday night, me and my wife were sitting there, and she said, I said, "You want to watch Barbie?" She said, "Yeah, let's watch it." And we watched it, and we got to the end of it, and we looked at each other and was like, okay, it was okay, but it was
Nothing to write home about.
Yeah. So again, it was, but again, I understand the attraction, again, because just from a nostalgia purpose, just the whole Barbie thing, and then also from the what was the other thing, the feminist version, just from a woman, again. So I kind of understood the attraction of why women.
And honestly, based off last
it.
night, the cultural, there was a word I was about to use, effect the movie has had. Because there's a video circulating now of a couple of young women of color. I know there was a black girl. I don't know what the other girl was. But they're like fanning out over Issa Rae.
Yes.
Who played President Barbie.
It was black.
She was black.
That was good.
And so that whole moment of like, it's just, we have a Barbie and she is not, she is a person of color.
Yeah.
That whole moment was really cool.
Yeah, that was good.
Like that whole cultural significance, that's the word I was looking for. That part to it was cool. But I don't know. I'll watch it. I'll get to it eventually. I'll get around to it.
Again, and it was like the interesting thing about it, there were again, I love Margot Robbie, loved her performance. But there were also some other little interesting people that they don't really get a lot of mention, like the fact that, like you said, with the Issa Rae character,
Yeah.
And even more part, Rhea Perlman does a scene towards the end, and it kind of like really, really, and I think that really brings everything home. The scene that she does, and then they start playing. Then there's the Billie Eilish song.
Okay.
That kind of like
Which she won a Golden Globe
yes, for. Yeah. That kind of brings everything home. Rhea Perlman was like she was really good. I mean, I enjoyed that part. But again, it's again, it was a good movie, but it wasn't. The fact that it made $1 billion worldwide, just again, it speaks to the culture, to the pop culture, to the phenomenon of the Barbie culture,
right?
And it speaks to all of that, and that made it, which is pretty much what the based upon, which is pretty much the whole draw for the movie, because it speaks all that to that culture and the effect that Barbie has had upon the culture. So again, it was that part was interesting, but so I understand why they made the money they made. And again, I understand the attraction, but again, unless, and you said it yourself, again, if for men, maybe not so much.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but when you see it, let me know what you think.
Yeah. And I mean, what else is there really to say about the awards?
Most of
other than I don't want to watch them.
Yeah.
It is because I love doing this that I am watching them.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I never really cared, right, about awards.
Mm-hmm.
Because 9 times out of 10, the films that should be getting awards don't get them.
Never get them.
They don't even get the recognition of being nominated for an award. Yeah. So it's like, why am I watching these shows? Like, why am I watching these award shows when it's going to be, like, for example, like, the Academy Awards are coming up.
Yeah.
The nominations for Best Picture.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a good 60 to 70% of those films I've never seen. I've never heard of. I didn't even know they were released until they got nominated for the Academy Awards.
Yeah. I mean, there were like at least 5 films that they talked about last night at the Golden Globes I've never heard of. And they will probably and now I'm wondering, are there movies I should go try and find and watch, because they will be talking. If they got nominated for Golden Globes, they're going to get nominated for Oscars. So at least I remember we did this last year for the Oscars, and we were able to go and actually we actually saw a majority of the movies. I
made it through.
I
made it. We made it through. And watched all of those films.
All of the films that were nominated.
And
so we were actually able to
converse better.
Yeah, to converse better.
And given a more accurate conclusion of like who should have won and things like that. But there's still other films that,
that
never get nominated.
Never.
And will never get nominated. Nah. And it's unfortunate, because it's like, fam, even if you don't win, that doesn't mean you didn't make a fantastic movie.
No. It's like and they should always stress that again, that just because your movie did not get nominated, that does not mean that your movie
that your movie wasn't good.
Was
and just because, like, even if your movie does get nominated, if it doesn't win, that doesn't mean you didn't put out a fantastic film.
You put out a great film. There was this one lady, I forgot the name of the movie. Sorry. There was this one movie that won several awards. Again, and what was the name of it? But but the French lady kept coming up.
Yes.
To get the award.
Yes.
And I was laughing, and I was looking at what she was wearing, and in comparison to what everybody else was wearing, I said, "Yeah, see that? I'll bet you'll dress better for the next one."
Yeah, or maybe not.
Maybe
because again, it doesn't necessarily, like, maybe she doesn't, hold these shows with the high regard, because she was like, she had the paper just in case she won.
In case she did come prepared.
She did come prepared,
which a lot of them did not. And my thing is this, because me and my wife even said the same thing. She said, if you're going to come and you're nominated, be prepared, even if you don't win. I mean,
I don't think the Golden Globe should count.
You don't think it should count?
No.
No.
Because you could be 100% prepared, but if liquor is in you, you are not going to be prepared when you get up to accept an award.
No.
For the other award shows,
wait. That's why you should have stuff written down because your brain,
Why?
Your brain is not going to be processed.
I go get up there, but then the word that's down here on the page start moving up the page, and I'm like, you know what? Forget this page and just go off anyway.
Oh, goodness.
Because I mean, I don't know about you. I can't read well when I'm drunk. The words can be in the largest font size imaginable, but I cannot read when I'm drunk. I'm like, what does that say?
I can't talk well. I can. So in that case, I guess I can't read well. I can see. Right. I can see the words.
If it's not translating well when the words come out,
I can see the words. I just can't say the words.
Exactly. And if it's not translating that well, then we might have a problem.
Somebody. All right. We got to get new mics. Right. Because he done messed this one up.
So, I don't think the Golden Globe should count. Oh, I do want to give a quick shout out to Lily Gladstone. I don't know why I remember her name, and I can't remember anyone else's name.
Wow.
Out there.
What did she win for?
She won for Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yes. And then we should remember that name, because that name is going to be. She will definitely get an Oscar now. If she does not, I would be surprised.
Yeah, but because one, I did not know. In her acceptance speech, what she mentioned about the how they used to film Native American.
I didn't.
I had no idea.
See, I was.
And now it makes you want to go back and watch.
Wow, yeah, I know.
It makes you want to go back and watch and be like, wait.
I was like, wow,
for real? Because I'm like, I always just assumed, that they either found someone who could speak it, or they just dubbed it over. And never did I think that they just recorded the words in English and then ran it
backwards. That is so
disrespectful. Disrespectful.
I was like,
that is nothing but disrespect.
That is disrespectful. That in its highest form, man. That is like, wow. That is, but then again, that was old Hollywood. That was Hollywood. Again, they don't, they weren't. Movies was just something that they did. And I'm not going to say that they weren't an art form, but again, they weren't going that deep. They were not going to go that deep as they do now, or put it like this. No, because now what happens is that back then, movies wasn't for them.
Right.
Movies wasn't for them. Movies was for them.
So they never cared.
They didn't care.
There is a bigger audience now, so you have to care more. So you can't just get away with the same crap that you was pulling before.
No. Like again, and I go back to this all the time. Again, West Side Story, Academy Award winning performances, only had had very few real Hispanic actors.
Yeah, that's wild. That's disrespectful.
And that was to me, that was mad disrespectful, because here it is. You got all these people. I
mean, they keep doing it, but
yeah.
Because how you have Gods of Egypt and not a single black person in Gods of Egypt?
Did you see this? There was one scene that was really funny. When Issa Rae and Simu got up to present, and they were talking about how
yes,
and they
white people roles,
white people roles,
man.
I love playing white people roles. I was like, yeah, see,
yeah, it was two funny moments. It was that one, and then the moment with Andre Day and John Baptiste.
Yes, they were good.
Because I was like, honestly, they not wrong. Like the titles for the movies, super long. That thing literally said best song and best score.
Best score.
That's it.
That's it.
That is it.
That was it. But again, it was it was an interesting award show. I kind of I got through it.
My mother
I
made
didn't
me.
I didn't go to sleep. That was
My fans made me watch it.
yeah.
I'm
But
not looking forward to the next one.
we do that for you guys.
Me more specifically.
Yeah.
He actually likes
Yeah.
award shows.
I like
I
award
can't
shows.
stand them. So I'm definitely doing
One
it
down,
for your entertainment.
one down,
Oh, I can't wait till award season
5
is
to
over.
go.
I can't
I
wait till
wanna go.
award season is over.
So we still, like I said, we still
The
got.
moment we get to the Oscars, whoo-hoo,
Yeah,
I'm gonna have a celebration.
leading up to the Oscars. Well, yeah, we'll have our own Oscar party.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my own Oscar party because I'm gonna be like, this is the last one. I gotta watch the last one. No, it's not.
What's after the Oscars?
I'm in a support because these are the ones we should be watching.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be trying to watch the black shows too,
Okay.
the black award shows, because I think
Oh no,
for
yeah,
us
yeah.
those should be
Paramount. We should. They
way more important than
definitely,
these shows.
definitely.
So
Yeah, but it's going to be an interesting year.
yeah,
But and again, ordinarily, like I said, what happens? So that's why I'm kind of like keeping up with the Color Purple, trying to see kind of like because what happened. Ordinarily, what happened? Whoever wins the Golden Globes usually wins in the Oscars. But there have been moments. There have been some.
oh yeah, there have been
moments-
shocking
there-
surprise moments.
yeah,
It's
there
just
have
like,
been
what?
there have been some big shocks where the movie you thought was going to win because it swept the Golden Globes did not do well in the Oscars. It's like
And there will be moments where
I'm wondering again.
somebody might get speared this
Yeah.
year on stage.
Yeah.
You know, somebody might catch an elbow this
Might catch an
time.
elbow.
Somebody might catch an elbow this time.
Get the people's elbow on this one.
What's the name talked about that too? Man, that bit was funny. Dave Chappelle
Uh-huh. He talks about it in
and his newest
his
one.
newest one. Oh,
For me,
I gotta watch it.
For me,
I gotta watch it.
Dave Chappelle's jokes on the slap was 10 times funnier than Chris Rock's
Rock's?
jokes on the slap, and Chris
I got
Rock was the one who got slapped.
Okay, I got it. I'm watching that tonight. I'm watching the
Yes.
Dave Chappelle thing tonight.
Yes, I was
I'm watching that
hysterical,
tonight.
especially once he got
Yeah, I'm watching that tonight. Yeah.
But yeah, this was fun. We
This was
back.
fun.
We back, y'all.
We back, y'all.
We bike. We bike.
We back.
We bike. We bike.
Come and go with us.
Yeah, let's go on this ride together.
Yeah.
So we leaving now.
Yeah.
We all bike, but we leaving now. So until the next one, we out.